What's going on, guys? Okay, so now I'm out here in the garage and we got these buddy heaters. This one's not working and the other one's not working. I've looked up a whole bunch of information on them. There's quite a few different things that people say to do. I'm going to try a few of them here in this video. And like it is, it's outdoors with Aaron, so bear with me, enjoy, and maybe some of these problems that I figure out can help you. I got the big, this ain't the big one. This is the littler Mr. Buddy heater. And then I have the smaller round one over there that I gotta try to fix too, because I have no idea what's going on with it. But anyways, we're gonna get started. So let me set this down. All right. So one of the fixes I saw was to take this panel off right here. Get it out completely. All right. And they said to use a Q-tip, which I'm going to use a Q-tip. Where is... Just looking for my starting fluid. I mean, not starting fluid. My... Well, I have some carb cleaner. Hold on just a second. There it is. All right, so I'm just going to spray a little bit of carb cleaner on that Q-tip. And we're going to put it right in the orifice. Down in there. I guess I got to remove a little bit of the Q-tip. And we're going to stick it right down in there. And try to spin it around. See if we can get it cleaned up a little bit in there. And there's a little bit of dirt on it. And then we're going to turn our fuel back on. And try it again. See if we'll hold it for 30 seconds. And if that don't work, then we're going to have to take it apart. Alright, so that did not work. I saw it in a few videos that does work, so before you tear it all apart, try that. Now we're going to go to taking the gas line off and taking it apart and checking the fuel line. So, yeah, we'll see you in a second. Alright, so part of the problems I see with these in a bunch of videos and stuff that I watch is that when you use this long hose, you can run a chance of getting an oily substance from inside of it that will build up in the fuel line, which will clog it and make it not get fuel. Basically, that's kind of what I'm hearing with this one. It's making like a gurgling sound, so I'm thinking that's probably the problem with this one. It's not the orifice in the front. To take it apart, there's 4 screws I'm taking. I've never taken one of these apart, so I'm going to take off these 4 screws and go from there. So let's do that. One. And this thing has a bunch of looks like a mouse or something is living inside of it, falling out of it. So it's probably going to require a bunch of cleaning. And like I said, I've never taken one of these apart before, but I've done quite a bit with propane and stuff when I did heating for my father, so I know a little bit. That's about it. All right, so we get those 4 screws out. I'll get this opened up and then we'll take a look. All right, so there was definitely something living inside of there. If you guys can see that. That's pretty gross. So it turns out there's a lot more screws than that. There's 2 screws here. Take the screws out of the handle. There's 2 screws here. You gotta take the handle off. Yeah, there's a lot more screws than it looked like. That thing is freaking dirty inside. I gotta see if I can get my screws all out so I can shake it. Got something still sitting in there. Yeah, lots of freaking nasty stuff in there. Definitely was a mouse living in it. Definitely smells like a mouse. Ugh. So our goal is to get that off so we can get that line, because we need line that comes from that. So we gotta take this side off. So I guess, I mean, if you don't have the money to buy a new buddy heater, probably be a good idea to take it apart, try to fix it. But if you have the money and you don't want to have to tear this all apart, then I would say buy a new one. And shebang! There it goes. Now, I can't understand what could possibly be holding that on there still. Some screw somewhere. All right, I'm gonna get this apart. We'll see you in a second. All right, as you can see, I got that side off a little bit. This is your gas line that comes from the regulator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that one off and see what's inside of it. I've already loosened them up. It's a 14. Let's see if there's anything in that line. Oh, look at that. Look at that oil that just poured out of that. So I'm almost positive that that's going to be the problem. But don't quote me on it. So I'm just going to shoot some carb cleaner through there to clean out that line of whatever oil's in there. Sweet. And then we'll put that back on and see if we can't check the other lines and make sure there's nothing in them ones. But we'll do one at a time. Alright, so as soon as that carb cleaner evaporates out of that, we'll get it back on. Alright guys, so I got this line all off, cleaned it all up, got it all nice and tight. Now remember when you're doing that to be careful so you don't break anything up in here, because they're very fragile. Now I got this one that goes to the porcelain. I got that one loosened up. We're gonna check that one. ain't nothing in that one. We'll still give her a squirt. Make sure it's nice and clean. We'll let that dry out for a second. And then we'll see about, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna leave the pilot one in there. Maybe I'll crack the other end of it. What size it is. I think we'll leave it like that, give it a go, and see if it's fixed. Because all that oil out of it, I'm pretty sure, I mean, you can see it on my finger, that's oil. But we'll get this one back in there, and then we'll fire it up. So I'm going to put this back in, and then we'll see if that fixed it. All right, so we got that oil out of that line. I got it hooked back up to gas. I ain't got to put it back together yet. I'm going to do that if it's working properly. Get on there, handle. All right. This one. Hold it for 30 seconds. It sounds like the pilot's got liquid in it, oil or something. It's probably gonna. Oh, we got a flame. It's not a very good flame, but we're getting somewhere. And we're now. I think I'm gonna have to check that pilot line. All right, so I'm gonna flip this back over, unhook all this gas line, shut the gas off, and I'm gonna check the pilot line. So we'll return in a second. I got a little tank in it just to try it out. I'm gonna put the button back in a minute, but we're gonna try it. Whoa! Try it again. I think we got a leak. I'll drop this tank out. I got it working. Now I got a leak down by the frickin' pilot. All right, so I gotta tighten that up. Now we should be golden. But after further investigation, I went and got a bottle full of soapy water. I think there's a crack in the line down bottom. So I'm gonna have to take it back off and check that. So let's do it. All right, so basically what we learned today is that your buddy heater, if you use one of these lines here off your tank, it can fill up, it can seep oil into the buddy heater, or it might also come out of these tanks because they might put oil of some sorts inside to keep them from rotting or something. I don't know exactly how the oil gets in there, but basically what you want to do is take off the back, take off the line that goes from the regulator over to the where you bleed it, and blow that out, and there'll be a whole bunch of oil comes out. I got this working, but then come to find out, the line for the bleeder on the bottom one, not the one I took off, but the other one has a crack. So I'm gonna try to patch it and see if that'll work. I'm not sure. I'll let you guys know in my next ice fishing video how that all turned out. So yeah, we're gonna try to get this working. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to or not. Might just have to go buy another one, which is the brakes. But I hope you guys enjoyed what I went through and enjoyed the video. And we did figure out that there's a quick fix. Take some Q-tips, clean out this, and then take off that pipe. And 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be working, because that's what happened to this one. It's working. I just ended up with a crack in the line. It's where this thing was full of mice, and I think the mice got in there, and I think they chewed it a little bit or something. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. And now you know how to fix your buddy heaters. We'll see you next time. Keep on naturing. Peace.